to the audience. Again, so it's March 22nd, 2022, and this is a big privilege to be able to crack a few jokes and just enjoy yourselves here. This might be the last segment for tonight, and there's so many different things to talk about, but I guess, I forgot what I was going to say. I would say I have to stick with like these different places where I've lived and just some crazy times. So I talked about Cambodia, Colorado, California, I think. And another place where I lived is in Oregon in the States. And I lived in this tiny town in the middle of nowhere. And it was crazy because I moved there. I was in my 30s at the time. And I just rented, a one-bedroom apartment or whatever. And so, yeah, I'm in my 30s, and the landlord is has a daughter, a teenage daughter. So this is nuts. And so my family comes, so my siblings, my parents, and I'm hosting them in Oregon and all that. And they are literally waiting in my apartment. It's like Christmas, like we're gonna all hang out for Christmas. And the landlord is showing, at the time, this is like 15 years ago, so like MySpace was kind of the thing, at least in some places. She was showing, and this is, I'm not making this up, she was showing me pictures of her teenage daughter naked, like no clothes, on MySpace. Like, come on, like I'm in my 30s. My parents, she knew that I think my family was visiting, because it was a small kind of, so anyway, I thought I would tell you that so that you could be like my therapist, because it's ridiculous. I mean, like, what is this? Like, what parent does this? Anyway, enough about that. But another thing that happened actually in the 5th U.S. state. So I've lived in 5 U.S. states, and where I grew up was New York. As you may know, I was born just outside New York City. And when I moved back there, I was coaching running, was my main thing. And I was a head coach at one of the State University of New York schools, head cross-country coach. And I got to go to this big event. It was a conference for running experts in New York City. So you literally had people from all over the world. It was mainly for doctors, for physicians. And I just went with this team physician, at the college where I was the cross-country coach. And the thing that was funny is that at one point they showed these pictures of just like great runners of the past. So they'd show like a picture of like Jesse Owens and Eric Little, from Chariots of Fire and other people. And I thought it was absolutely nuts because I am writing a book about my running mentor and just love history and stuff like that. But here we are in New York City with, supposedly the leading, running experts in the world. There are people that came from other countries, people that had, published all these books about running. And so they showed these slides, and they would pause and ask people, who's in the slide. And it was absolutely crazy because not one person in the whole auditorium, there were like hundreds of people there, knew any of the slides except for me. I actually knew every single slide. So the thing that is funny to me, it's not like, oh, I'm so smart. No, it's that like all of these doctors, how like doctors, lawyers, like gods in the world, actually didn't know that much about running, like the rich history of it. Like, basic stuff like Jesse Owens. Come on, like how could you not know it? He ran in the 36 Olympics, and like Hitler was like in the audience, and it was crazy. So I thought I would leave you with that I love doctors, but sometimes I guess you need to realize realize that you may think you know more than you do. But anyway, but again, thank you for coming tonight. This has been so fun, and we will definitely continue with this very soon. Have a good night.